Hi, and welcome back to Math with Miss Wardell. We are in lesson 26. This is the problem set. So again, we are talking about numbers on a number line using fractions and decomposing whole numbers using fractions. And today we're going to talk about using whole numbers that are greater than 1. All right? This is page 113. It says partition the number line to show the fractional units and then draw bonds using copies of one whole for the circled whole numbers. Okay, so first I'm going to break this up into halves. There's where it tells me. So I'm drawing my one line. I'm going to label my number line. So 0 halves, 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, and 2 wholes will be 4 halves. Okay? So 0 equals 0 halves. So this would be a 0 on top. 1 whole equals, so here it's talking about this top number up here, this numerator, right? So 1 would be 2 halves, because that's the fraction there. 2 wholes would be 4 halves, just like that. All right, and then let's see, and then draw number bonds using copies of one whole for the circled whole numbers. So 2 would be 2 halves. Finish that one out. 1 would be 1 half. All right, let's look at the next one. Here it's asking me to break this up into thirds. So within each one, I'm going to break it up into thirds. I'm going to number my number line. So 2 here, let me think. What times 3? Let's see. 3 times 2 would be 6. And I have to put, there you go. So I can think 3 times 2 is 6 to get my numerator, and then my denominator has to be a third, right? So 6 thirds, 7 thirds, 8 thirds, 3 would be 9 thirds, 10 thirds, 11 thirds, and 4 would be 12 thirds. Okay? So 2 would equal 6 thirds. Right? So here I would have, I could break this up into 3 thirds and 3 thirds, because 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 would be 9 thirds. Here I could say, again I could say 3 thirds, 3 thirds, so 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, so 3 more, so I could put 3 thirds again, because 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9, right? So that's how I get 9 thirds. And then 4 would be 12 thirds. And so I could just add on 3 more. Like if you were skip counting by 3s, right? So 3, 6, 9, 12, so 3 thirds. All right. Let's turn on over to page 314. 314. All right. Number 2 says write the fractions that name the whole numbers for each fractional unit. The first one has been done. Okay, so let's look at it. My number line goes from 2 to 3 to 4. Halves would be 4 halves, 6 halves, and 8 halves. Okay. Thirds would be, let's see, well, here it's saying that 4 halves would be 2, and 6 halves would be 3. 8 halves would be 4. That's what it's saying, right? So think of it. I might even add a column up here. So 2, 3, 4. Okay? Well, we did thirds over here. So if I look back and I say, oh, well, here's 6 thirds, 9 thirds, 12 thirds, right? So I should be able to add that. So 6 thirds would equal 2. 9 thirds would equal 3. 12 thirds would equal 4. Okay? And now we're going to do fourths. Okay. So I'm going to think 4 divided by 2, or 4 times 2 would be 8, right? So 8, 2 would be 8 fourths, right? 3 would be 12 fourths, because 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 would be 16, so 16 fourths would equal a whole number 4. And then sixth. Right? So 6 times 2 would be 12. 6 times 3 would be 18. And 6 times 4 would be 24. Number 3 says Sammy uses 1/4 meter of wire each day to make things. Draw a number line to represent 1 meter of wire. From 0 to 1. Partition the number line to represent how much Sammy uses. So he uses 1/4, so I'm going to break it into fourths. Right? How many days does the wire last? So Sammy uses 1/4 of wire each day to make things. Draw a number line. Good. How many days will 3 meters of wire last? How many days does the wire last? So let's see. Sammy uses 1/4 meter of wire each day to make things. So it lasts 1, 2, 3, 4. So here would be 1/4. Here's 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it lasts 4 days. Then it says, how many days will 3 meters of wire last? Well, let's see. If I have a whole number of 3 and I use, let's see, 4 fourths, that would be 4 days, right? So 4, 8, 12, right? So it would last 3 days. Oh, no, 3 meters would last 12 days. Sorry. Let me say that again. 3 meters for 12 days. Okay? I'm going to get your help on number 4 when we do our meet. All right, bye guys.